everybody. Welcome to the next big thing. So this month, the focus is on a large embellishment cluster. And that works out great because, as many of you know, I am trying my hardest to finish out the Wonders collection from Paige Evans. And what I have really left is this big, huge set of flowers. So we're going to make a large embellishment cluster with these flowers today. Also, we're probably going to be using up some of the other items I have in this collection. I've got just a few bits and pieces of paper, so we'll see what we can do with that. The only real title I have sitting here is this black one of a kind. Not digging that. I'll probably pull some of the other words. I do have words here that we can use. So we will figure something out, but that's what we're going to do is a large embellishment cluster. So I'll put you on fast forward and we will come right back. Okay, we're on fast forward, and the picture I have here is a picture of John and I at Animal Kingdom, and that is one of the murals that we love. It was this day that we were just going to hang out at Animal Kingdom a little bit, and instead decided to do an impromptu 4 parks in one day. We had kind of been talking about that a little bit, about how we wanted to just kind of make our Disney trips a little bit more fun and do different things. And one of the things we had been kind of discussing was doing more of the 4 parks in one day challenges. So this was one of those times where we just decided to do that kind of impromptu, like I said, and it was a lot of fun and a lot of tiredness. Anyway, so we did that, but at this point in this lovely picture, I don't think we know we're going to do that yet. So I'm full of joy and I don't realize how tired I'm going to be in just a few hours. I start by saying, like I said, I'm really just trying to use this up. I just want to use this paper as much as possible. And I needed to find ways to use the paper up. So I am tearing some of the big strips I have. I had 4 different kind of full length papers. The one full piece of paper I have that's not a huge, like a background, is the yellow. So it worked well with the picture. I am using 4 different floral prints that I had to make some layers to make the kind of horizontal strip. So this is just a way to use up what you have. I am trying to not waste this collection. So I had one piece already cut matte that looked like it was just going to fit this picture. That's what I use. I'm not cutting anything else. So what you're seeing here is somebody who's just trying to use up a collection. And I actually end up loving this layout so much more than I thought. And it's just me. I pick something up and I just try to figure out how to use it. So the words that I have here, I was like, oh, I could do hello today. And works, hello today. There's a lot of different words and a lot of different colors. And because I've had it just kind of sitting in this bag, Ziploc bag, and it's not the best way, I recommend keeping these in the packaging or keeping them flat. I've lost a few of the letters here and there. So, but because they're all different colors, I'm able to like pick the letters and make it work. I've also, you've seen me probably in a previous layout, I've like picked individual letters from words that I don't think I'm going to use and made my own words. But in this particular situation, I really wanted hello today and I wanted stay curious, mainly because I know in my head that this is the day that we did 4 parks. Now, this layout isn't about doing 4 parks. I'll do that layout, but I know in my album, when this is next to the next page, it's going to be an interesting kind of, yeah, we decided to do something new. We decided to do a 4 parks page. So basically I'm laying, I had this last few pieces of stickers and I just used those, the puffy stickers, use those up. I have no idea why I had one semicircle left of a purple, but I just wanted to use it. I had this adventures word and the good days ahead 3x4 card, happy life in yellow. And I just am using everything. Everything I can is going on this particular page. Now, at first I thought, oh, I'll put it over there. Nope, I'm just going to stick it right there. And you're going to watch what happens to this page after this. So I know what you're thinking. So far, I haven't done anything with a big embellishment cluster. But what I wanted to do is have every other part of this page kind of done and then end by building the big cluster so that I didn't wait. I had the things that I needed laid out so that I didn't take up room. So I'm just going to go through this particular page and huge birds and huge flowers. That's what we have. We have huge birds and huge flowers. So I'm going to use as many as I physically feel work on this page. I'm going to use them. I'm going to use a bunch of big flowers. I'm going to use 3 birds, and I'm even going to use the Happy Days little die cut. So there is really where my big embellishment cluster, but technically my big embellishment cluster starts at the top of the page and it goes 12 inches down the bottom of the page because I'm considering the Good Days Ahead 3x4 card as part of my embellishment cluster. So I just used as many flowers and created a 12-inch tall embellishment cluster. And this is totally outside of the things that I normally do, but because it's all the same collection, kind of because it was a challenge for this particular layout, and also just because it fit and I didn't have anything else I needed. I only had the one picture. It worked. The birds don't make any sense in this. There's no reason to have the birds, but it kind of works with the colors. It works because I know it's Animal Kingdom. This is a fun challenge, and I highly recommend pulling out some of your older collections or some of your collections. I know Vicky Boutin has a lot of collections that have a ton of big embellishments, but pull out some of those bigger embellishments from those collections and use one picture on the page and then try to make a huge 12-inch tall embellishment cluster that just makes you happy. This made me so happy. The colors are bright. It's a fun page. It matches the mural perfectly. And this is one of the things I really loved. So because the background is yellow, every time I'm using a yellow flower, I'm having to put it on top of other flowers. But this is 5 flowers up top with a Hello Happy Days tag, and I kind of nestled that Happy Days in one of the flower petals. I'm using another flower over there. And this is the basic page. I love it. I hope you love it too. I hope you're enjoying the next big thing. It's a lot of fun to do bigger parts of the page. The last thing I'm going to do after I trim these off is get some Nuvo drops. I'm still using Yellow Brick Road. It is my favorite yellow. And because I love yellow, it tends to go with so many of my collections. That's it. You're going to see, I'm going to come back and talk to you about this in just a second, live, but thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for hanging with me on Fast Forward. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next month for the next big thing. So I think I did it. I think I did a big cluster over here. I love it. I love how it turns out. I love just the little bit of leaves that I added in here. So I am at the point now where I think I have one more page of this Wonders collection. You might see it, or it might be something I don't share on YouTube, but I have so enjoyed getting this collection used up. I've also enjoyed having the ability to do things like big collections with the next big thing. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next month on our next big thing.